Wedding videographer captured what appeared to be an unidentified flying object in the Toledo night sky. Shay Rickard is a busy man this time of year, with fall weddings taking up much of his time.
It's blowing up on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff.
But this time, a video he recorded with a drone while working as a videographer at a wedding near downtown Toledo is going viral.
So we shot all day long. We take the drone up at the end of the night and we're filming.
It wasn't until later on Rickard discovered he captured what appears to be an object moving rapidly in the sky.
I'm looking through footage and the clip that gone viral is what I see that next morning, and I don't know what it is, so I posted online. Everybody's freaking out over it. To me, I really don't know what it is. I mean, it's interesting to say the least.
But many are asking if the video is AI or previously edited. Rickard says no.
This is straight out the camera. There's no AI, no edits to this.
All right, look. See, look, y'all thought I was playing. I know y'all see those lights. Look at them. Not them little ones because my little mirror thing scratched up. I know you see those right there, floating. Oh my, bruh, this every day out here, or every night, but still, look at that. Bruh, this really in Miami, I'm not playing. Look, the airport is right over here. That's the airport. They always got little lights and stuff, it's probably airplanes. But over here, this ain't the airport. Look at that. And them clouds not even moving. How the whole cloud not gonna move? It's just sitting there at nighttime. It's crazy. Look, ain't no other clouds in the sky. But right over here, look at them. And look at those lights. Bruh, y'all could, hey. Oh wait, it's a couple clouds right here, but look, they just froze.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 12. And they went every one straight forward, whither the Spirit was to go. They went and they turned not when they went. I want to give all praises and honor to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. If you give me the Spirit to do this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going into they turned not when they went. Okay? They turned not when they went. And I'm referring to the chariots, the angels, all right, of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And you saw in that clip, especially that first clip, you see how the chariot, the angel, was flying through the sky and it stopped. Okay, and it went the other direction very, very fast. Okay, it went the opposite direction very, very fast. All right. And that chariot, that angel, did not have to turn to do that. Okay, that's why I started off with Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 12. The angel did not have to turn to do that. All right, like vehicles on the earth, like a car or even a plane. All right, think about it. They have to turn to change directions. Okay, they can't do what you just saw in that video. That shows you the power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, man. They are out there, man. That's why you had different pilots over the years, man, be amazed in interviews, getting interviewed about this, man. Okay, the power, the way it moved was not earthly. Okay, their words. Different pilots, man, saying these things like, man, I couldn't believe what I saw. The way it moved, we don't have that type of technology. Okay, so we know it wasn't from earth. Based on how it was moving, all right, because it turned not when it went. Okay, let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 1. I read verse 12 again. It says, and they went every one straight forward, whither the Spirit was to go. Okay, the Spirit is referring to the angel, okay, because the Spirit is in the mix of the wheel of the chariot, okay, lives the angel, meaning it's there, okay. It says they went and they turned not when they went. Right. Pure power, man. They just went, man. They didn't have to turn. Okay. They control the whole thing, man. Okay. Didn't have to turn at all. Verse 13. It says, as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like the burning coals of fire. That's the angels. Okay. And like the appearance of lamps, and went up and down among the living creature, and the fire was bright. And out of the fire went forth lightning. All right. And we know it's talking about the angels because when you go to Psalms chapter 104, I start at verse 3, it says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the air. Right, man. Very smooth, man. They operate smoothly. Okay. And you can see that even more so in that second clip. Okay. How they were moving so smoothly, man. Walking upon the wings of the wind. Okay. Verse 4. Who maketh his angel spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. Okay. So the spirits in Ezekiel is referring to the angels, man. His ministers a flaming fire. Let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 1. I will go to verse 14. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. They're quick. Okay. They can leave and come back so fast that you didn't even see it, man. You can't even process it as that powerful and that fast. And that's another thing that different pilots have explained seeing themselves. Okay. How it was above the airplane. Okay. And it disappeared and it wasn't there. Okay. They saw it far away, like on the side through the window or something. They saw it far away. They're like, whoa, it's over there. Then before you know it, it's gone. And they check the radar and it's back above the plane. Okay, let me read that again. Verse 14. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Very, very quick and powerful. Okay, beyond any Esau's technology on the earth, man. Okay, all technology on the earth is way, way beyond that, man. And that's why they have a space force, because they're scared. They know what time it is. All right, talking about the elites. They know. And certain people under the elites, all right, that have a specific job, that seen it themselves. That are told to be quiet, don't say nothing. Classified information. Okay, but the truth is out, man. The truth is out. Let's jump to verse 16. Let's get to the point. It says, the appearance of the wheels and the work was like unto the color of beryl. And I did a lesson on this, that beryl is talking about that emerald green color. Okay, you can see that on certain chariot sightings. Okay, especially when they zip by, you can see the tail sometimes be emerald green, or the whole thing might be beryl. Okay, because beryl is like an emerald green stone. Okay, so emerald would be considered of a beryl family of stone. Just making that clear. All right. So it says, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as if it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Right. Okay. And that spirit is in the mix of that wheel, which is the angel. Okay. Verse 17. When they went, it's going to say it again. When they went upon their four sides. Right. And they turned not when they went. Now let's break this down. When they went upon their four sides. Okay. All right. Talking about the whole vehicle, man, the whole thing, not just one side. Because when you talk about a car, all right, or a vehicle on earth, they turn from one side. Okay. And then after that one side gets done, okay, it guides the other sides to go with it eventually. But it has to turn first. Think about that, man. Let's read it again. Verse 17. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. Meaning all four sides went. And you see that in that video, in that first clip. Okay, it was going fast one direction. It stopped. Okay, and the whole thing, all four sides, which represents the whole thing, the whole vehicle, the whole wheel, just went. Okay, it didn't turn, man. It just went. Okay, that is not a earthly vehicle, man. Okay, Esau can't do that. He wish he can't do that. He can't do that, man. All right, because this is spiritual power from on high. This is spiritual power that we're seeing, man. Okay, now let's go into when it says, when they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. Let's go into the blue letter in verse 17 on turn, okay, because it said it turned not.
Strong's H 5437, Savav, Savav.
Okay, and I think you pronounced that Sabab. Okay, Sabab. All right, and it says to turn about, to turn around or aside, or back or towards, to go about or around in a circle, change direction. Okay, so you saw in that video, the chariot just went, man. All right, so when the chariot changed direction, it just goes. They don't have to turn and do anything to go another direction. That's the point. To turn about, be brought around, change. Okay, so you get the point. All right. Okay, so 360 degree, full around, man. It just goes where it wants to go. It ain't got to turn, man. And when you go into the, let's go into the Google definition on 360 degree. It says a 360 degree refers to a full rotation around a circle. Okay, meaning you have to rotate, meaning a complete turn where you end up facing the same direction as when you started. Okay, but guess what? The chariots of YAHAWASHI is always in all directions. Let me repeat that. The chariot of YAHAWASHI, the angels, are always in all directions. Think about that. Always. Okay, all around, full circle, man. Esau don't got that. They ain't got that, man. They ain't got that power. Okay, so I had to do this quick lesson, man, through the Spirit, man, to exhort all you AHCH, man, that we are part of power here with YAHAWASHI. Okay, those same angels, those same vehicles protect us every day in and day out. If you fear YAHAWASHI, you are encamped around by those same vehicles. Think about that Esau is scared of. You are protected by the same. What are you afraid of? Okay, what are you afraid of, man? Okay, do you see the power around you? If you believe, now if you don't believe, then okay, just be weak then. Use your own power within your own mortal flesh to save you. Okay, use your own mortal power and flesh to survive day in and day out. And let's see how that work out for you. Oh, and by the way, you got some people thinking it's fake. Like, I don't know. But then when you go in the comments, you had people that saw the same thing. They're saying, no, I saw that same thing in a whole nother place. They say, I saw the same thing. I saw it move like that myself. Okay, it's so powerful that it looks fake. But when you understand the scriptures, like I just broke down, I know it's in the scriptures that it moved like that. Okay, that's what made me do the lesson. Okay, so I hope you were edified through the Spirit. I want to give our praises and honor to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, for giving the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you AHCH out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.